I think this is going to be a good run. No. Welcome, dear sirs and madams. Welcome to a special video for a special game. Are the other games not special then? Yes, of course, all the other games are special, each exhibiting wonderful traits of their own, but this one holds a dear spot in this old dwarf's heart. Today we will take a look at FTL, or Faster Than Light. Faster Than Light is a video game. Yes, it is indeed, sirs, and don't let them fool you into something else. Why, one day they told me, and who is the they? The dragons, most likely, that Super Mario World was actually a giant seahorse named Brian, and I took them to task over such a silly notion. Anyway, FTL is a roguelike, top-down strategy game that takes place in real time with an active pause function. It was designed and published by the studio Subset Games on the 14th of September 2012, 10 years ago. How truly time passes through the windy corridors of life. The game is set in a universe where faster-than-light travel has been achieved by the various humans and aliens that inhabit it. An FTL, or faster-than-light drive, is a piece of hardware that allows, funnily enough, faster-than-light travel, which takes the forms of jumps from location to location within the universe. As well as a cool name, I must say, it also forms the basis for the main loop of the game, which we shall talk about shortly. FTL is developed with a simple pixel art style, which is obviously retro of course, but also fit for purpose. All happenings going on screen are very clear and nicely animated when they need to be. The game does not pretend to be of some wondrous example of 21st century PC graphics, but that is okay, because it doesn't need to be. It runs with its own gentle aesthetic, which is wonderfully wholesome. Before we go on, I must mention, of course, the sound design. The sound effects are clear and provide useful feedback when piloting a ship in the great dark beyond. Lasers firing, missiles connecting or missing, shields being hit, and all the rest are wonderfully translated audibly, and again in that quaint style that runs all the way through this game. What about the music, though? I hear that's very nice. The reason to mention the sound design so earnestly is not just that there are nice sounds that are pleasant to listen to, no. The music, dear viewers. The music of this game is so wonderfully composed that it is a delight to listen to. One thinks of the Transport Tycoon Deluxe rule, which I've just made up. If, dear viewer, you had the fortune to have played that game, an open source version is available should you wish to try it, link below, then you already know what I mean. The music in Faster Than Light is so pleasant and memorable that it is worth listening to all by itself. It provides a wonderful background to play the game to, and it becomes something of a blanket to help cushion the blow of a run going pear-shaped. Are you going to talk about the game itself, or just bang on about how good the sound is? Yes, of course, I shall talk of it now, don't you worry. The premise is this. The galaxy hangs in turmoil as a group of rebels are threatening to take over said galaxy from the Galactic Federation. It is up to you, as captain of your ship carrying vital intel, to travel through the cosmos before passing on that intel to the Federation fleet. You only control one ship, and in true roguelike fashion, should your crew and or your ship perish, then this game is over and you must start again from the beginning. The main game loop consists of piloting your ship from jump to jump via the faster-than-light drive as you make your way through various sectors of the galaxy in your quest to deliver the intelligence and save the Federation. When making a jump to a new location in a sector, you'll be greeted by some randomly generated event. This can take on many forms, from a benign research station asking for help to all-out battle with some pirates or rebel ships. Each jump or turn, the player must consider the situation and decide the best course of action. Should you risk alerting an automated defense system to get to a cache of equipment, or leave it be, avoiding a possible confrontation? Should you do the right thing and intervene to defend an innocent ship against pirates, or leave them to their fate? The decisions are yours to make, and you will need to live by them. During each game, you are in control of the ship's crew and systems such as shields, engines, and weaponry. You decide within the ship where each crew member will be stationed. There is always a requirement for a pilot to activate the engines, but besides that, you are free to place your valiant crew wherever you deem fit. As well as being on hand to repair a system in the room they are in, the crew member can also man the station, giving it a buff. For example, should you put a crew member into the weapons room, the ship's armaments will charge that little bit faster. Perhaps enough to give you that vital edge in a desperate fight for survival against a malevolent adversary. The roguelikeness to the game is very apparent. Nothing is saved between tries. You must start afresh for each run with a new ship at the default loadout of systems and number of crew. The one thing that can change is the ship one starts with. You see, besides the initial starter ship for the humans, through completing various achievements in-game, you can unlock ships from different races, tailored to their own eccentricities. For example, the Engies. This is a race of engineers who are weaker physically than humans, but can repair systems at a much faster rate. Whereas the standard human ship is equipped with missiles and a laser, the Engies, initially at least, eschew the employ of such weaponry and opt for shield-disabling devices and combat drones to deal damage. The stealth ship, on the other hand, has no shields whatsoever, but the ability to turn invisible, rendering enemy fire useless and employing a high chance to dodge through upgraded engines. It seems like you like this game. You sound like some kind of ghost. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm a ghostly questioner. Ooh. Fair enough. I do like this game an awful lot. The gameplay is simple, with all action taking place on simple screens with nothing too flashy. But there are many random encounters to keep things interesting, such as fighting giant spiders, discovering abandoned creatures in pods, dislodging stuck ships, and many more, which all add up to each run having its own fun, unique experience. What about the start menu? Yes, the start menu. It is a wonderful start menu with various different things such as continue game, new game, tutorial, stats where you can check all of your statistics. There is an option screen where there's lots of lovely options to be optioned on or off. A credit screen which I've somehow turned on again. Oh no, it's fine. And finally, of course, to quit. So yes, I happily recommend this game. Highly, no, wonderfully recommend even. For me, this is one of my favourite games and is always installed on my computer, no matter what other games I might be playing at the time. Go get it now, dear viewer, and play to your heart's content. And with that, dear viewers, another video comes to a close. But before I close the doors and place the runes of protection upon this dwarven hold, can I briefly turn your attention to perhaps the like button and a subscribe. If you think me worthy, I also, as I've banged on about before, a book out on Amazon in the link below. And with that, I thank you and goodbye. This is fine.